Have you ever wondered why?
What's that noise? Who's under my bed?
Well, then you're in luck.
Because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission to ask all the questions.
And get all the answers.
Blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment, and it goes: I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
You want to go?
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hey, bud.
It's David.
It's David, and it's Mike.
That's me. You said my name. Now I can speak my truth. The Hypotheta Home is finally back.
Yeah.
We will say, Emily, not here today.
No.
She is preparing her baby's Halloween costume. I can only assume.
What else would you be doing?
I
at
don't
this
know.
point? As far as I know, that's why they had a baby.
No, that's the only reason I ever want children.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep, you
but the
said
main reason
That's it.
I would want a child is to become part of a Halloween costume. Right?
I mean, people say it's for like the reward of raising something that can contribute to society, and you never know true love until you hold your baby in your arms and whatever. But it's like for those costumes.
For the costumes.
It's like for the costumes.
What do you think she could be making? I think a lot of paper mache is involved.
Yeah. I do think she and Tanner have been really into the human centipede over the last few years. So I think maybe.
Wow.
I think maybe
This is when I wish Emily was back. So
it's going to be the doctor from the human centipede. Just like a scientist, but it is specifically the guy from the human centipede.
Oh, God. I'm thinking maybe she's just making a pumpkin. And then the baby will be in the pumpkin. Yeah. And then at some point on Halloween night, like the baby will just pop out of that pumpkin.
Yeah.
And people will be like, what just happened? There's a baby coming out of that pumpkin.
Like Danny DeVito out of a couch.
You just don't expect that.
Emily's baby would probably like hanging out in a pumpkin. I think babies, it's kind of like a little womb in there probably.
Yeah, just all the seeds and like the moistness. And
the
like,
moistness, yes. The seeds also. 100% that is what's up in a womb.
Yeah, and it smells like pumpkin spice. Because inside a pumpkin smell exactly like pumpkin spice. That's why people love pumpkin spice so much. Just stick your face in a pumpkin. I'm loving it.
Thanks, McDonald's.
Yeah,
for your pumpkin spice
That's what
lattes.
they do. They're like, we don't actually make pumpkin spice lattes, but here's a pumpkin you can smell while you drink our other coffee.
Just sniff it.
McDonald's, just sniff it.
Just sniff it, man. Just sniff it.
So this is our Halloween spooktacular.
Yeah.
We, of course, could not miss this holiday, which we usually celebrate all month long, but took a little break. Honestly, it was great. I did so many Halloween things, David. I've done about one every day. Oh, I have to do one every day, as per the curse that the wizard put upon me at my birthing. It has been a nice break. How's your ween season been?
Oh, my ween's been pretty good. Pretty solid.
Say ween season, maybe. Don't just refer to it as just the ween.
My ween is healthy.
Good.
I've been enjoying my ween.
Okay.
What? No, it's been nice. I've been scaring myself a lot. I've watched Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2 both of which I very much liked more than I thought I would. And Over the Garden Wall was the other one that I hit up because we had to. We just had to. All in all, I feel scared.
Yeah, I've watched a lot, of course, a lot of horror. Yeah. Particularly, I love driving around and seeing the Halloween displays.
Yeah, people are doing a great job.
So many fun things.
Great job.
Skeletons riding motorcycles. Dragons with wings that actually flap.
Oh.
David, why are there fences around cemeteries?
You know, I think it's because legally speaking, you can't disturb dead bodies. And so like the less likely it is that a person can get in at night, the better. Is that one?
It's because people are dying to get in.
I knew it.
Yeah, people. That's why people die, because they want to be in a cemetery.
Yeah. Cemeteries are pretty rad.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
I was in one time, and I was like, "Oh, I cannot wait, baby! Get me in that ground."
Actually, that can lead us into our next segment. I'm going to bring to our spooktacular Spookfest today. This is from Thought Catalog. It is called 50 Spooky Questions to Ask Your Friend Group to Get into the Halloween Spirit.
A long-winded, very non-specific.
You have to ask. You can't just ask a friend or friends. You have to ask your whole friend group. But I want us to be in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah,
and so there's a question on here that says, what do you want etched onto your tombstone? What do you think? And also, any accoutrement that you'd like to have on your headstone. Sure. It's your will. You get to do what you want with that. What do you think?
I mean, my brain immediately goes to a warning of some kind, but an immediate warning, like watch out behind you, or something like that.
Honestly,
those are classic.
That's like what I want.
Like, those are just so good.
Like a final prank.
Yeah, one final prank, or like free money under here, like with an arrow pointing down. I was buried with all my finest jewels.
Oh God, your corpse would be so desecrated.
I know. Desecrate me, baby.
Oh, no.
Maybe I could say that.
Do you think if you did like, there's $500 down here,
right, like something very specific?
Do you think that would be like? Do you think the cemetery would complain? Do you think they'd be like, you can't do that. You can't, man. Come on.
Right? We don't want
to have to clean that up.
But like, what if you legally changed your name to there's $500?
Oh, that's right. You're not just your headstone. Like, that's your name.
Because they could complain if it was just something you put on it, I think. If you were like, fuck this cemetery in particular, they'd be like, you can't do that. You can't have that on your headstone. But if it was, my name is there's $500 buried under this gravestone, maybe they couldn't say anything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I'd want like one of those like those motion triggers, so when people walk by the grave, it will like speak, but not too scary. Like a fun, something fun.
Nice.
Like probably, to be honest, probably just a crypt keeper, like saying something. Yeah. That's what people want, right? They're trying to pay their respects.
That's what people want. Mike was always so nice.
Greetings, bones and skelly boos. That's not even a pun. They're always like almost puns. Like you're like, is that a pun?
Or is he just being the cat from Mr. Rogers and putting the word skeleton in other words?
He just says skeleton. Well, David, on this list of questions to get us in the Halloween spirit, there's also one. Well, here we go. What would you spend the full night inside of a haunted house if someone paid you? Ooh. We talked about this, I think, definitely probably spending the night in a haunted house. Yeah. Classic Halloween activity. We've all done it. All of our parents did it. All of our kids will do it when we die. Yeah.
It's how
only after we die. Oh yeah, it's how you were conceived by a ghost.
Yeah, my mom's a ghost.
Oh, okay.
Surprise!
Wow.
Turns out
she's a good cook too.
No, I was conceived during the Star Wars A New Hope premiere.
I feel like that might be a real fact.
I wish it was true. My parents' first date was during the Star Wars New Hope premiere, and in my head canon for myself, that's when I was conceived.
Did they go to a drive-in or
no?
Back to the question at hand. Haunted house?
Yeah.
Would you do it? Let's start for free. Would you, if someone was like, would you? Because for me, I might just say yes.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I was going to ask, how much am I getting paid? But then I realized, no, I do this just like baseline. I want to hang out.
I feel like there is. Honestly, like I think if someone was like, spend the night in this haunted house for free, I'd be like, sure. Yeah. But if someone was like, spend the night in this haunted house for $20, I'm like,
what are they gonna do?
Yeah, like if it was like 5,000, I'd be like, I want to know.
It's a lot.
But like if it was like under $50, I think I'd be like, that seems like not enough money.
And
so like,
they're just planning on pranking.
Yeah,
you
or are you just like a killer, like who just like you just want to kill me?
Yeah,
or
who's presenting this also is very important. Is it a person you know and trust, or an organization, or is it some person from Craigslist?
Yeah, right. Ad on Craigslist.
Wants you to chase them.
Would you trust a random sign that you saw or an ad on Craigslist more?
Ooh, for this specifically?
Yeah.
If I was to spend a night in a haunted house and get paid $20 for it, would I trust an ad on Craigslist or a random sign? Random signs do really make me suspicious of whatever service is being offered.
But it's so intriguing.
It is.
Like somebody had to go put that sign up.
Depending on the handwriting, I'd probably go with sign over Craigslist. Craigslist is too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Not
to
enough
put out
effort.
there. Yeah, and any old serial killer can do it. If somebody put a sign out there, at least I'll die with flair.
Yeah, I think I do it again, like I just said, for free. Yeah, the context does matter. What's the haunt?
What's the haunt?
What's in there? Is it a Krampus? David, how long do you think you would last in a horror movie? That's another question here. Which one would you be in the horror movie, do you think?
Man,
we're talking slasher, like Friday the 13th, like slasher movie style. I'd
die pretty fast, and I would die in a somewhat amusing way. I don't have any delusions about myself. I am not the hero of this movie. Mm-hmm. I am not that kind of person. Yeah. I am at best the supportive bud that is either having fun and making some jokes and trying to get everybody to just like lighten up because ghosts aren't real, or, whatever. Like, I probably don't believe that there's actually a killer, or I'm just like trying to help take care of everybody, but that's more boring. So I'm going to go with the first one. Mm-hmm. But I think that person dies pretty fast in like kind of a jokey way. And I would hope it would be in a Freddy kind of way where the killer would like make a fun joke before they destroyed me. Okay. Well, okay, let's go further. Like how do you think you'd go out? Like, you're thinking like harpoon gun? Maybe. That's like a fun one. That I accidentally shoot myself with the harpoon gun. Yeah, you don't even die as a result of the killer. They're hurts. Like, oh, that'd be a great premise for a movie, actually. Like, if it's filmed like there's a kill, like it's filmed like through the window, and then like David dies horribly. And then later they find out, he just accidentally harpooned himself. And this person was just watching it all happen and had nothing to do with it. Yeah. What a coincidence. Yeah, I'd probably die pretty early to mid movie. Mm-hmm. So definitely not the whole way, but I wouldn't be the first one to die. I don't know. I feel like I'd be the person that vanishes from the movie and you're not sure if they're dead or not. Right. Like there's a number of these movies where like there'll be some people that go into town for help and they just never show up again. Out. I remember The Haunting, the remake from the 90s, which is not a good movie. Seen that one. It is The Haunting, and also the basis for The Haunting of Hill House, the Netflix show, which is awesome. Everybody goes to a house on the top of a thing to get money or do research or whatever the premise is for funsies. This decade. Or for funsies. The best reason to do anything. But this one, the 90s one, was directed by the guy who directed Speed, Jan de Bont. Oh. And so the results are not scary and kind of like an action movie set in a haunted house. Aww. I mean, it's just like it goes nuts on the 90s computer generated effects. Going nuts on the 90s. Really Welcome to our show within a show. Going nuts on the 90s. Remember hit clips? It has Little Owen Wilson. It has Catherine Zeta. Little Owen Wilson? Does he still go by that? He does. People don't often pronounce it, but it's there. It's a silent Lil. Not to spoil anything, but Owen Wilson does die by being beheaded by a stone lion. Oh, nice. And it's a PG-13 movie, so it's a very bloodless beheading, but it's just kind of like, swoop, head's gone. Oh, Owen Wilson's dead now. Which, to be honest, that'd be a cool way to go. Yeah, swooped by a stone lion. In that movie, there are two people. They're like ghost assistants. I mean, assistant ghost hunters, I should say. They don't assist the ghosts. That's the job I want. Just at some point like drive away. They're like, oh, this is weird. We're going to go to get supplies. And they drive off and never come back to the house. And it's just like, so what happened with that? Like they were going to get help and then they just were gone. I mean, maybe that makes a lot of sense to me. If you know, okay, we're in a bad sitch right here, and I don't really care how much about any of these people. We're going to go drive to town, wink, and get supplies, wink, and they just left. Like, they took off. They just got out of there. They didn't even bother to send help. No. They'll never believe us that there's ghosts. We could make up a plausible story that authorities should go visit. But ghosts with assistants? That's something that gets me, like, in horror movies when they're not believed by either the authorities or their friends. Just, I don't know, just say something. Yeah. Like if you're like, there's a Dracula on my house, just be like, my house is on fire. Yeah, come here. Yeah, please come. People. Just to see. So I would be the guy who maybe gets like knocked out. And you're like, did he get killed? Or did like Jason just throw him through a window and he's sleeping now? And he's okay. But nobody ever goes back. Because, and this is kind of the self-serving part of that is that like. Sequel. Possibly the sequel. Yes. Because that way the door is open. Yeah. Like if I just get thrown out a window and fall in a lake, but you don't see my headless body, like then it's like, oh,
No, he can come back in the sequel.
Yeah.
Probably to die in the opening credits of the sequel to be like, here's the one actor we could get back, and now they're dead. So now here's a bunch of other people. Yeah, right.
Sure.
I'm top of the poster. Yeah, because that's what I'm in this universe that we're imagining.
Big star.
I am a mid-level star.
Yeah, just like Lil Owen.
David, would you buy a doll you knew was haunted?
Okay, this question presumes a lot.
Yeah,
That's
how it said. Would you buy a doll you knew was haunted?
Yes, sure.
How do you think you would know a doll was haunted? Like, how would you know? What would convince
for
you?
myself? Like
for
how
yourself?
Honestly, if I saw it move in front of me,
okay,
then I would know. Because otherwise, I would be 99 to 100% sure that it was you or someone else pranking me.
Yeah.
Because using a doll for some pranks is great. Like moving it when you're not looking, having it emit strange smells in the night, having a song waft from its quarters, that sort of stuff.
The doll's quarters.
Yeah, I'd probably give it its own room.
You do already have that tiny room you've made in preparation for a doll.
I'm ready for a doll.
Which is less scary than a haunted doll. No, it's, I think, more scary.
Honestly, yeah, I think it's more scary. To have a room that says I'm ready for a doll, but doesn't have a doll in it is pretty weird.
So you're at the haunted doll store.
Yeah, haunted doll. Or just the regular doll store that has an 18
it moves
plus
like while you're
curtain in the
standing
back.
there, like it moves?
Yeah. Right, like it does something that a doll can't do
like
on
what?
its own.
Like moving
like
dolls
just
can
wave.
do.
Just like it just waves a little
Dolls
bit.
can wave?
I guess.
Robot.
But I check and there's no mechanisms in it. Like it's just a plastic doll, but then it like waves a little.
So you would buy that?
I think I would buy it to like film it. Like I'd be like, okay, this is it. Like if I've ever had a shot at proving anything about the realm beyond, it's gonna be this doll. Like I'd buy it as an opportunity, not because I wanted it to be my bud or my friend or something like that.
Okay.
And maybe it would turn out to just be some really elaborate tiny motor inside the hand that I couldn't see or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'd definitely buy it because if it is really haunted, people gotta know.
What would you do with it? You live set up a webcam live stream?
I would try to get it to come out of its shell, like with a YouTube
come
series.
On.
Yeah.
Let your hair down, haunted doll.
Because I mean, let's be honest. I feel like that's a huge problem with haunted objects. Is that they don't do things when people want them to. Like when people are like, oh my God, you should see when my cupboard's open and closed, but it won't right now. It's like, well, okay, maybe it will. Like, what if it was outgoing and it wanted to show off? Like,
so you'd like teach it manners?
Famous. Yeah, I would tap into that part of every doll that wants to make it big.
Yeah.
Dolls are literally small versions of big things.
Sure.
And so I think it's built into a doll to want to make it big. And so I would encourage it to produce good content for its YouTube channel. And I think that would work.
Yeah, I think I would buy a haunted doll.
Yeah.
Same thing as you, I think, because...
You have a doll room also?
No, don't have a doll room.
No.
I would like to just know. I would like to, because honestly, as much as I love spooky stuff, big time skeptic.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Because I just haven't seen the evidence.
Right.
I will say, have you seen that video of the ventriloquist head that like
it's pretty good.
Blinks
pretty
and
cool.
then the door opens?
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, check it out, everyone in the world. I guess just search up ventriloquist dummy blinks ghost.
Yeah.
Fun.
Honestly, that'll get you there.
Yeah.
But make sure to include the word fun.
I did zero research as to its authenticity, but it is a fairly creepy video that just seems to be a live feed of a ghost head a mannequin head in a glass case, and the door keeps opening, and then they zoom in, and it seems as though this ventriloquist dummy head is winking as the door opens. So,
which is, as we know, impossible to fake.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Modern science cannot compete. Like
with a wink.
How would this be accomplished? Harry Houdini come back from the grave and explain it.
Maybe that's his head.
But I think I'd do that. I think I'd set up a live stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though not really a believer that it would do anything, probably would put it in a separate room from my bedroom.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like another building.
Yeah. You can put it in my doll room if you want.
Thanks.
It has to pay rent.
What's a mummy's favorite type of music, David?
Rap music.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. Yes.
With a W, a silent W.
Yeah.
Tricks us all. Why do mummies make good employees?
Rap music.
Yep, that's also true. And they get all wrapped up in their work.
Okay.
Hey, bummies, find a good work-life balance.
Hey, bummies.
Did I say bummies?
You did.
I said bummies.
No, that's my favorite now.
Bummies.
What's up, bummies? It's like a way to insult mummies for like their work ethic. It's hey, come on, bummy.
Yeah, pick up the pace, you bummy.
Or they're a real downer. Oh, there goes Bummy again. I'm dead and I just want to resurrect my wife.
Bummy the Mummy.
Bummy the Mummy. My new favorite character, Bummy the Mummy, just kind of says like, I wish I was still in that tomb. It was so nice in there.
Back in ancient Egypt, Osiris always gave me anything I wanted.
And now I can't even order grapes on the internet because my hands are disintegrating.
Did you say grapes?
I said grapes.
That's what mummies want?
Well, I don't think mummies want grapes, but pharaohs did, I think.
Did they?
I don't know.
Sure. Oh, I like Bummy the Mummy. So, David, are you bringing anything to this Halloween spook fest?
Yeah, I did. As a good guest to any party, I have brought with me something. I've brought my own scare. This week, I'm going to have you choose your own scare. Much like give yourself goosebumps or choose your own adventure, two licensed properties that we cannot call this segment. This is going to be a little adventure for you, Mike.
Well, I think you wanted to call this Choose Your Own Scary Time, so the acronym could be SIST.
Yeah, so this...
Which is great.
Yeah, it is great. So this segment is called SIST, which is Choose Your Own Scary Time.
It will be introduced on this episode and never return.
You got
At least
right.
not with that name.
No, because I think SIST, I've said it now 3 times, and that's it.
Now a SIST is going to appear to you this very night.
Once I turn the lights off in the bathroom. So, Mike.
Hey.
Last night, your friend, Small Deborah, had a Halloween party. Yay, what a time. But you got a little too wild.
Okay.
You danced too many dances. You drank too many blood cocktails. Mm-hmm. You ate too many spicy cookies.
Yeah.
You weaned too hard. And now it's morning. And as you wake up, you find yourself not in your bed. You're on a bed of leaves in the middle of a forest.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Do you yell for help while banging some trees with sticks for emphasis, or lay there for a while and wait for a wolf to come and finish the job?
Oh, geez. What? That's so fatalistic.
Hey.
You're getting all Bummy the Mummy on me already.
Bummy's here, baby.
So I can investigate the stick noises?
You can yell for help while banging some trees with sticks for emphasis. That's something you would do.
Oh, yeah, that is classic me, banging sticks.
I tried to channel you as much as possible.
Or I just lay there and wait for a wolf to finish me off.
Finish the job.
Is the job like putting together like a model rocket that I was putting together?
Who's to say?
Yeah, who's to know? First of all, I like the premise.
Thank you.
It's kind of like a dude, where's my car?
Right.
But maybe like a bood, where's my car?
My scar?
Yeah, yes.
Halloween experience.
Or just scar. Scars are
Bood,
scary.
Where's my scar is the name of this now.
Yeah,
thank you.
I want to see Frankenstein's monster appear in Bood, where's my scar? And he's like trying to figure out what organ he lost last night. Okay, but I'm in this adventure, so we're going to do this one.
Bood, where's my scar?
Okay, good. I'm going to bang some sticks together. I'm not just going to lay there.
No way. Don't submit. Yell for help while banging some trees with sticks. The yelling does you no good. No good at all. There doesn't seem to be a soul around, or maybe if there are some souls, they're the mean kind that don't like yelling. Or they could be shy. You don't know. Either way, nobody answers. But the banging, it doesn't do anything either. But as you smack that tree real good, you notice something etched into the bark. Welcome to the forest of fear. Who knows why you're here? I sure don't. But it's probably a punishment. Hope you're sorry for that bad thing you probably did. And below that etching, there's even more etching.
Oh no. Fine print.
It seems to be 4 options. Go east to meet the beast. Go south to meet the mouth.
Okay.
Go west to see who's best. And go north.
Can I guess? Wait, can I guess? If I want to blorth, And it's just a word I don't know. What is it really?
So close. Go north if you want to get like real cold.
Okay, great. You couldn't think of a rhyme for
somebody.
That's whoever wrote this.
Somebody
David.
really took their time with the etching, but didn't really take their time looking up words that rhyme with north. Well, which direction will it be?
Do you think, is this a big enough area where I should write a map down, do you think?
No.
The mouth is south.
Yep. Go east to meet the beast.
East is
go
the beast.
South
West
to meet
is
the
the best.
Go west to see who's best.
Oh, to see who's
To
best.
see.
Probably a magic mirror type deal.
And then go north if you want to get like real cold.
Let's meet the beast in the east.
Meet the beast in the east. Okay,
Yeah.
go east to meet the beast.
I want to guess. It's probably a werewolves or classic beasts.
You go east, hoping to meet this beast. But instead, you meet a giant gate with 3 shapes in it that look a little bit like medals from the Olympics. There's another inscription in the same clawed sort of handwriting that reads, "Collect for me these medals 3. Then we will see what kind of person you are." You don't have any medallions.
No.
So it looks like this path might not be the most lucrative, at least at the moment. Maybe try going another direction.
Oh, okay. I guess, can I kick the gate with my foot?
Your options are go south to meet the mouth, go west to see who's best, or go north if you want to like get real cold.
Kick gate with foot.
Destroy gate. Barge my
Punch
way
gate.
in. I hate
Wreck
these
gate.
rules.
Hit gate. Menu.
Yeah, trying.
Options.
Inventory.
Help.
Inventory.
Wait, can I check my inventory? Quick, tell me
Sure.
what's in my inventory.
Nothing. You're naked.
Nothing? Oh, God. No clothes.
No clothes.
I guess I want to know what this mouth's all about.
Cool.
Let's I guess go back to the clearing, then go south.
Cool.
Can I make some clothes out of leaves?
Yeah. You can take a moment to fashion some garb. Do you think you just want to cover your private zones or do you want to cover your whole body?
Everything but the privates.
That makes sense.
I'm in the woods. It's okay.
Anti-Adam and Eve. All right. We are going south to meet the mouth. Is this true?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Whatever that is.
You head south and you encounter an enormous tree. It's like the size of 3 trees. So big. And at the top of this tree is a gathering, a murder, if you will,
Nope.
of crows.
Oh, I will. That is what they're called.
Do you call out to the crows, hoping to have finally found some friends in this strange place, or quietly and carefully approach, hoping not to startle the beautiful birds?
Okay, save game.
Safe.
Name save Mike's spooky naked adventure.
But not anymore because you made those beautiful clothes except for your
That's true.
penis.
That's true. Okay, game is saved. I'm safe. Call out
safe.
loudly to the murder of crows.
Cool. Yo, what up, sharp flappy buds? You scream wildly. They love it. And they all take off from the tree in unison. Finally, someone called them what they wanted to be called. They land one by one in front of you. And you notice that they're landing on top of each other.
Okay.
Eventually, they form a giant, somewhat human-looking face.
Oh.
It's unnerving, but also awe-inspiring. The face asks you a question. Will you kiss me? You stand there a second speechless. Do you? Smooch or Scooch?
Of course, that's a choice. That's your brand of choose your own adventure, isn't it? Smooch
it's
or
just
Scooch.
Smooch or Scooch.
Everything always has that
That's
option.
my gas station chain, actually.
God.
It's not and. Usually it's in or and.
It's a
this one is
choice.
or. It's like
And there's
pump
2
or
doors
munch.
you go into, and you're like, I don't know which one of those
Like,
is which.
neither of these seems like it has gas in it, so I'm not really
I also
sure.
want to say, like, when I said I want to yell at the crows, and
Yeah.
you said I said, what up, Flappy Buds?
Yo, what up, sharp flappy buds?
Sharp Flappy Buds. It reminds me of so many games where you get to choose like
Yep.
the like type of response, but not the response itself, and you're like, I'm not sure that was a happy response.
If I had known that that's what you would have said, I might have pushed a different
Who's
button.
in control here?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's smooch it.
Let's smooch it.
Pucker up, crow murder.
Pucker up. You muster up your courage, lips, and advance. Smooch at the ready. It's not exactly the world's best kiss, but the swarm face seems to like it enough.
Okay.
In fact, as the sensual moment ends and you pull away, they wink just a little bit, as if to say, it's not every day that I get to kiss.
Guess not.
You stand there waiting for something to happen, And eventually, a strange creature in a witch's hat emerges from behind a tree in the background and waves you over. She apologizes for the crow thing, but she's doing some experiments and just wanted to see what would happen. She thanks you for your time and says you'll be a valuable part of this market research. She also hands you a medallion, which reads, "No fear of intimacy for me, thanks." You now have one medallion, and you're free to explore more of this forest of fear. Where do you go?
I'm glad it's not just a no fear branded medallion. I go back to my middle school days.
And a big dog t-shirt.
Co-ed naked.
Naked.
Co-ed naked.
I'm naked. How you doing? I'm naked.
Let's go north to where it's kind of cold, I guess.
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Go north if you want to get like real
And I'm going to
cold.
cover up all my parts for this one.
Smart,
if it's cold.
Smart. Yeah. This part of the forest is nice and cold. Suspiciously cold, actually. You feel like it was just summer, but now you're really chilly. As you shiver your way along the path, a typical snow goblin jumps out, holding a small sack.
Okay.
Do you greedily snatch that bag, or ask the snow goblin some biographical questions?
Biographical. Yes, I would like to ask it its place and time of birth.
Oh, see, that's good. You and the goblin have a surprisingly great chat about their past, their parents, and the way in which their childhood shaped them into the troubled but fully realized snow goblin that stands before you now. They mentioned that since you had such a good conversational rapport, they'd like to have you on their podcast sometime.
Oh, God. Of course the snow goblin has one. Everybody's
got one. Do you decline? Because while you have nothing against goblins, it does sound intimidating and scary. Or agree, but only if you can promote your upcoming book.
I'll be on that podcast.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
talk about my book.
You gotta talk about that book. Okay,
how
what's
to
your
use
book?
how to use leaves as clothes.
It's very straightforward.
which leaves are good for clothes and which are not. Do not put this on this part of your body ever.
I do like picturing a book called "Which Leaves Are Good for Clothes and Which Ones Aren't." That's a very good title.
Yeah.
The snow goblin slaps their cold little clammy hands together and squeals a horrible squeal.
Oh.
But this, I guess, is a good thing because they bring you to their little podcast studio, which was just immediately underground in a little goblin hole in the style of Bilbo Baggins' house.
I didn't know it was going to be right now.
I know,
I'll be like, come back later and do it.
I didn't either. In the style of Bilbo Baggins' house in The Lord of the Rings, but with twice as many smells. And you bang out a quick ep. It turns out great. The snow goblin squeals again, which you've now learned is probably their catchphrase. And as you leave, they hand you two things.
Oh.
One is a business card that says the Joe Goblin Experience that has
Oh, God.
"Keep me in mind when you make it big," hastily scrawled on it.
Joe Goblin Experience, no.
And the other is a medallion that says, "I wasn't afraid to speak in public." Oh, wow.
Is a podcast speaking in public?
It's close.
I'll take that medallion. I'll take that business.
You've earned it.
Can I discard the business card as soon as he's out of eyesight?
Please.
Okay. I went north to get cold and south to the mouth. That was the
So
Raven mouth.
The last thing is
the
go
beast
west
was
to
east?
see who's best.
Okay. I will do that.
All right.
Because that's the only option.
Yeah, that's
apparently.
the other one. You head west and you eventually reach a clearing with a ghost town in it. It looks vaguely familiar, like that opening scene in Oregon Trail where you buy supplies.
Oh.
And this is a true ghost town. It has lots of ghosts. One of them approaches you and says, "Hey there, Flesho. Want to take a swig of this sick lick that I found at the bottom of my uncle's treasure pile?" You notice that the ghost is pointing to a bottle of very old grape juice sitting on top of a pile of actual treasure. Do you take a sip of that sick lick or swoop that treasure? Because ghosts can't legally detain shoplifters. They can only ask you if you're going to pay for that.
What did the ghost say about the grape juice?
The ghost said, "Hey there, Flesho. Want to take a swig of this sick lick that I found at the bottom of my uncle's treasure pile?"
So he just found it in the treasure pile.
Found it in the treasure pile.
Why is he calling grape juice a sick lick?
Who's to say?
Is that a ghost term for a beverage?
Who's to say?
How do ghosts drink? They
I
lick?
don't know. I think it's short for liquor.
What container
What
container is the grape juice housed in?
A bottle. It's a glass bottle.
Has it been opened?
Yes.
It's not wine, though.
Well, maybe at this point. It's very old grape juice.
Oh, God.
You don't have a lot of time to investigate.
That's how they make grape juice.
They just leave it.
Leave it around.
They just leave it.
I don't know.
Drink or steal. The ultimate choice.
Stealing doesn't seem right. I wish there was some sort of third option. I guess I'll just drink it. Here we
guess
go.
I'll just
Here we
drink
go again.
Whee! You take a sip of that sick lick and realize very quickly, maybe as it's touching your lips, that this might be the most poisonous, vile thing you've ever consumed.
Oh, no.
You spit it out, but it's already working its dark ghost magic inside you.
Yipes.
You manage to say one last cool thing before you die. Do you say, time to find out how cool it feels to become a brand new ghost? Or, I'm finally ready for Freddy.
You know I'm saying I'm finally ready for Freddy.
It doesn't matter what you say because you got killed by some ghost's weird uncle juice. Try again.
Okay, restore save.
Restore save. Well, we'll just restore your save in the West.
It automatically saved?
Yeah, it
good.
auto-saved.
Thank goodness.
When you see this icon in the lower right corner, it means the game is
I guess I should have
auto-saving for
figured
you.
before I drank the lick.
It was a
Should've
dangerous
saved
move.
the game.
It was a dangerous move.
Okay, restore game.
All right.
Last autosave. So my choice is again to
Drink the sick lick or steal the treasure.
Okay. Drink the sick lick.
Okay. You take a sip of that. That's like how I play video games, though.
Just in case.
No, I got this.
Just in case.
Yeah,
I'll say a different thing when I die. What were I was ready for Freddy, or what was the other one?
I hope time to feel how cool it is to be a new ghost.
Okay,
or something
say
like
that one this time.
Okay. Take a sip of that sick lick. You take a sip of that sick lick and realize very quickly that it's poison. You manage to say one last cool thing before you die. You say, time to find out how cool it feels to become a brand new ghost.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you say
it still
because you
doesn't
got killed by some
matter.
ghost weird Uncle Juice.
Oh, God.
Try again.
Wait, you just called it Uncle Juice?
Uncle Juice.
Oh, God. Why did I ever drink that? Okay, restore save. Last autosave. This time I will try to steal.
Steal. The ghost yells after you and follows you for a while, but they can't really do anything because they're just a ghost. Eventually they give up and presumably go back to enjoy that sick lick. You admire the pile of treasure that you now own and discover amongst it an odd-looking pistol. As you remove it from its holster, spiders pour from its gun hole.
Fun.
Spout? Shooty part?
I know what you mean.
The spiders pour from it. They're dressed like teens, and they're yelling things like, I don't respect you, and you're not my dad, and suck it, and stuff like that. They're very unruly. Do you act quickly and swat those teen spiders away, or consume the spiders, showing them who's boss?
Eat them?
Eat or swat?
Oh, God. Well, I think I'm just going to swat because eating didn't work out last time.
It's true.
Swat those teen spiders.
Act quickly and swat those teen spiders away. You try to swat the teen spiders away, but they just keep coming out of the gun. Even when you do manage to swat some to the ground, they just keep climbing up your leg, up onto your clothes, in your shoes, all the places that you really would rather not have spiders be. They're in there. And they're yelling things like, get out of town, old adult loser, and the gun is a metaphor, and you're past your prime, and I hate you. So like a mix of hurtful and confusing.
Yeah.
They eventually overwhelm you with their sheer numbers to the point that some of them can just take a break and play Fortnite on their spider phones. You die from spiders, and the spiders dab on your grave.
Oh, they dab.
They dab, all of them. And they can dab real good because they have a lot of legs.
I was just going to ask if they were dabbing.
You can assume.
I want to see some spiders do those Fortnite dances.
I think that's the Halloween content we need.
Okay, so I guess I'll eat
So
the
your
spiders
choice
this
is
time.
Act quickly and swat those teen spiders away, or consume those spiders, showing them who's boss.
I guess we got to consume them. Can I bake them into a pie at least?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, spider pie.
You have just enough time to bake them into a pie.
Good.
You eat every spider in that pie, and right before you're about to put the last rebellious little sucker into your mouth, it squeaks a spider cry of alarm and hands you a medallion that says, I'm certainly not afraid of becoming irrelevant. You pause accepting this gift, and the spider takes this chance to flee. It scurries away, leaving you holding your prize and free to explore more of this forest.
Okay.
Do you go east to meet the beast, south to meet the mouth, or north if you want to get like real cold?
So wait, I showed that I wasn't afraid to be irrelevant by eating the spiders, but by swatting them, that didn't prove that.
Because you were scared. You were too scared.
Eating them,
yeah, there's a stronger choice, I guess.
All right.
It's hard to argue with spider logic.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand here and do that. Let's go meet that beast.
Let's meet. You head east, hoping to meet this beast, and you see the same inscription. Collect for me these medals 3, then we will see what kind of person you are. And you have all 3 medallions. You place the medallions in their slots, and the gate opens, revealing an enormous clearing.
Oh.
In the middle of this clearing lies a bear, Lies is a strong word, actually. It's more like lounging in an almost cocky way.
Oh.
You get a weird vibe from this bear.
Okay.
As you approach, the bear holds out one sassy paw as if to say, that's far enough. You stop, and the bear stands. It clears its throat and delivers a proclamation. I am the Fear Bear. Yes, I know. I thought it rhymed when I wrote it. It doesn't. I get it. English is weird. I'm sorry. What's important is this. You've made it through my excruciating challenges and emerged with medallions. This pleases my body and my heart. I want to give you one final test. I actually don't have very good internet out here, and I'm always trying to design new attractions to scare my guests. Looking up stuff is hard, and these bear hands are real bad for typing and clicking. My paws also make it real hard to turn pages, so I usually give up on rhyming dictionaries when I'm almost done with poems. Anyway, I need to fact check some things to help me learn what people are really scared of. Could you just tell me, according to the Washington Post in 2014, which thing Americans are more afraid of? Strangers or blood/needles?
Wow. Lot to unpack. Much to think about here.
How you feeling?
I'm just going to go ahead and answer this one and not ask the other questions I have. I'm going to say strangers.
Wrong.
Oh, God.
Bellows the Fear Bear and banishes you from its presence.
Oh, no.
Which is basically like dying. Try again.
Well, I guess I'll say that it's blood/needles, which are different things.
Yeah, it's true. It's a weird lump of a category. Blood is different than needles.
Yeah, those
for
are
sure.
different things.
But according to the Washington Post in 2014, that was a thing.
I guess.
You answer correctly, blood/needles.
Okay.
And the bear yells, oh yeah, that's it, baby. More excited than you thought. Maybe it just loves blood or needles. Hard to say. Either way, it presents you with another pair. Which one do Americans fear more? Drowning or flying?
Well, I went with my gut last time and it failed me.
No, your gut.
Because I thought like blood and needles seemed like the obvious one. And then so it's like strangers maybe would surprise me. Well, I guess more people probably fly than... I'm going to say flying.
Wrong. Bellows the Fear Bear.
Oh my God.
And then of course it banishes you again from its presence.
Double banishment.
Which is basically like dying. Try again. Autosave.
I'm so happy these have two choices.
I know, isn't it great?
I guess they fear drowning more.
I guess they do.
Makes sense too. I don't want to drown.
Of course it's drowning, the bear yells, pumping its fists. I gotta make a water thing now. Gotta make people scared. I'm the Fear Bear. It calms down, not completely, but enough to ask you a final trivia question. According to the Washington Post in 2014, are more Americans afraid of clowns or ghosts?
Clowns. Am I wrong on all three of them?
Oh, I do hate those clowns. Glad to see America agrees. I'm the Fear Bear.
Okay, I was
the
right.
Fear Bear yells, making sure you know who you're speaking to. The Fear Bear stands up on two legs and shakes your hand. Then you see a glowing door start to materialize behind this strange sort of endearing creature. It points with a clumsy paw, a paw not good for clicking or typing, at the luminous portal. The Fear Bear has given you the most glorious medallion of all, your freedom.
Oh, I like it here.
Oh, you want to stay?
Yeah.
Your last choice is, do you go back to the real world or stay in the forest of fear and enjoy your time?
Stay. Fear Bear and me.
Fear Bear.
Yeah.
It's so nice. A deer bounces past in the background and says, it should have been me. My name rhymes with fear.
But deer are less scary than bears.
Yeah. The last question is, are Americans more afraid of deer or bears?
To be honest, deer probably kill more people through accidents than bears. To be real.
Weird.
I don't think bears actually kill that many people.
No, they're really nice.
They just want to do their thing. Eat honey out of honey pots and wear shirts and no pants.
Thanks for enjoying that, Mike.
That was fun. Thanks for writing it. How do you rate those?
I rate those with a program called Twine, which lets you make hyperlinks out of words. It's actually an internet web page that I will post for all of our listeners to enjoy and play and see all the content that Mike didn't see.
Let's do our segment called If I Were You. Yeah, this one's fun. This is where we talk about stuff we would like to do if we were you. Spooky edition. I've got something to talk about.
What is it?
It's a game called Obscurio, which I picked up recently. I'm going to recommend it because it's kind of spooky, so totally in line with Halloween plans, but not so spooky that it wouldn't fit into playing anytime you want to play it. It is along the lines of Mysterium, if you've played that. It's a new kind of subgenre of games where one player is giving out clues with usually like really cool surreal art or something like that. Yeah. And the other players are trying to guess what they're trying to interpret by that. So the premise is that you are wizards trapped in an evil library that is collapsing with dark magic around you.
Pretty cool.
And a grimoire, one of the players tries to guide the other players out of the library by helping guide them to certain doors. And the grimoire uses clues and little like magnetic planchettes to give picture clues about what door they should be choosing. Real fun, pretty easy to learn, like not hard to pick up as a casual gamer, but really beautifully put together. So check out Obscurio at your local gaming store.
Obscurio. If I were you, I would find and read the book Graven Images by Paul Fleischman. I had never heard of this book until it came into work, and I looked at it, and there was a strange picture of a wooden boy on the front holding a bell.
Okay.
And it just said Graven Images. And it's a book for young adults. It's like a Roald Dahl level, like just above a children's chapter book sort of thing. But it is written in the most surreal way. And it's 3 stories about how people trust in graven images and find their downfall in some way. It's very Halloween adjacent without actually being scary stories. But like as a taste, the first story is about this shipwreck where everybody dies because they were murdered. The only one that witnessed the murder is a statue that people take and put in the middle of the town and whisper their secrets to. So it's like totally my jam.
That's
and
weird.
I was very pleased to find this book that I would have never known about if I didn't work at a bookstore. Graven Images. If you want a short little surreal storytelling experience, Graven Images by Paul Fleischman.
Fun. Well, we are back after a while from our break, but we would still love to hear from you. You can contact us on Facebook at Hypotheticast. We have a private Hypotheticast fan collaboratory group. It's not hard to join, though. Just ask.
Just ask.
We'll let you in, as long as you're not bad.
Yeah, it'll say on Facebook, this one's bad. Don't let them in. They're bad.
You got a Twitter at Hypotheticast and Instagram Hypotheticast _. That's the little underline thing. IG
_ you know, the thing Hans Zimmer writes for the bottom of movies.
And you can email us hypotheticast@gmail.com or just go to our site at hypotheticast.club. We would love to get reviews from you, even though we've been gone for a while. We will still be coming back with new episodes. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
Emily, even though she's now preparing a beautiful Halloween costume for her child, will return, and we will be back with some fresh Hypotheta episodes for you. So leave us a review until then. Let us know how we did, David and I, by ourselves.
Yeah, specifically this episode. Please leave a review of this
episode. Or just tell your friends that we're fun to listen to.
Thank you to Jaden James and the Hunger for the use of their song Killin' It from their album Raw. I love that song, and it gets me every time. Thank you to Christian Hagen for designing our logo, which also gets me most times. Every time. And thank you for listening. Of course, you did it. You listened to this thing, and we really, really appreciate it. If you want to chime into the conversation, I would say in the next 24 hours, please submit what you think is the best costume for Emily's baby. And if one of them is good enough, Emily will do it. I guarantee it.
She has to.
She has to.
It's Halloween law.
It's Halloween.
If enough of you like it, then it will be truth.
If this episode gets 300 likes, I will dress Emily's baby in a Halloween costume. It's like, really,
God.
This is not good. We should stop.
I mean, if we get 300 likes, though,
then I might
think we would have
baby
to.
as a Halloween.
Emily would understand.
Yeah, she would make the necessary sacrifice.
So we have a segment. We did not do Would You Rathers today because we had other stuff we wanted to try out. But I did pick one out for our last segment.
Thank you.
No Questions Asked, where we will just ask this question and then not ask further questions. Here it is, David.
Ready?
Would you rather be a pumpkin for Halloween or in real life?
For Halloween.
Yeah, me too, in Halloween. Thanks, everybody.
I'm marching, marching, 'cause I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
The problem with deer isn't that they are aggressive, but it's that when they want to do their thing is like run really sporadically across roads with cars in them.
Yeah.
Which is just like, could you get a different thing?